Hello everyone, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for September the 15th, 2010. Now, our first position for tonight, we're going to be looking at the light sweet crude oil, the continuous contract. So of course you'll have to make your adjustments to the different contracts, but what we're looking at is a buy signal on crude oil, which I've talked about last week. We're buying it again this week. Now I want everybody to see here too that I have the IntelliScan from Vantage Point up here. Now, of critical importance, what I want to point out to everybody here is there's a number of different ways to use this IntelliScan. We have the short-term cross days ago, the medium-term cross days ago, the long-term cross days ago, triple cross and triple cross days ago. We would never want to trade off this short-term crossover only and not have these other crossovers confirming this. So again, this IntelliScan is only as good as the person programming it. So it's very important that you put in the proper setup to this, not just using short-term indicators, because often what will happen is with a short-term indicator you're going to get whipsawed out of the market. The only pop in the account is going to be you losing money. So we do not want to use that indicator to trade off of specifically without looking at these other indicators also. Very, very important. Okay, so we can see with the light sweet crude, the short-term cross is up. It was 3 days ago. The medium-term cross was up. It was 10 days ago. The long-term cross is also up. It was 8 days ago. Now the key fact here is the triple cross is up, but it's only 3 days old. So you can see that when I've adjusted this, it automatically adjusts to the chart. We can see all the indicators up in front of us. We can go in and check the short, medium, and long-term cross, but we know that they've already crossed to the upside. So it's a very good indicator to use. Now it's okay to use the short-term cross with the medium-term cross and to get into a trendy move, but we don't want to use only one single crossover. So looking at this, we can see that basically all of our indicators are suggesting crude is going to move higher. So let's go in now and have a look. Now what we want to do is identify some pivot areas of, in this particular case, support. 75.32, 75.56, and 76.46. These are our key levels of support with our close at 76.80. So from there we want to stay long while the market stays above 75.32, the 18-day predicted moving average, our major support level. We want to stay long. So let's go in now and have a look at the daily report. So again, I can leave my IntelliScan up. We can see that I've blocked it into just above my chart section. I can now again bring up my daily report, get my next day predicted high, the next day predicted low, get all the information I need to continue with this trade. Now looking at the next day predicted high and predicted low, we have 75.68 and 77.66. So that's pretty much right in line with that 18-day predicted moving average. So we're going to be looking to get into long crude oil contracts just above that 75.68 area, and then we would be targeting 77.66 for your intraday traders. And your longer term traders, nothing to suggest here that crude couldn't move back up towards that $80 a barrel. But again, once we get towards that $80 a barrel, $82 a barrel, that is the top of the range, and things do get a little choppy up there. So a number of different things we can look at, but the main thing I want to point out is, again, we're using all of our indicators here, not just one, not just a short term, a medium, or long term. We're using everything. So for tomorrow, that's our first contract, and that's going to be in, again, the light sweet crude. Now our second contract, we can see that I've hit, right from the IntelliScan, I've hit the British pound US dollar. All my indicators are up here. My short-term cross is saying it's crossed to the upside only 2 days ago. Medium-term cross is also crossed to the upside only 4 days ago. Long-term cross over to the upside 1 day ago. This is a very fresh trend. The triple cross to the upside also, and again, only 1 day. So it's very, very fresh. These are the kind of things we're looking at. The neural index is, again, turned positive. The pound's had a lot of volatility, no question about it. So, but we've been primarily buying, anybody watching the Forex weekly outlook and the daily trade recommendations, the pound dollar has been one of my favorites. So we're going to continue with this. We can see that visually I've drawn this line on the chart. We've got a pretty good base around the 153.50. Stop should be in that area. Now that we've identified all of our major crossovers from Vantage Point, you can see that I also have some other indicators back here, the predicted short and medium different and long-term differences. Very important, all of these numbers, 53, 37, 14, all positive. Again, looks good for a trend reversal in the pound. So now that we've identified using all of the major crossovers from Vantage Point, we've got a good directional bias. So again, now that we've made a directional bias, do we want to buy on dips or do we want to sell into strength? Are we range trading? Well, we can see that the neural index turning positive again. Tomorrow's high 156.10, tomorrow's low 154.60, 154.64. Predicted short, medium, and long-term differences all positive, getting into what appears to be potentially a trending move. So 154.64 is a point of interest to us. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go back and look at that 3-day predicted moving average, because whenever we have a strong trending market or potentially a strong trending market, we always look at that. So we have 154.76. That's the area I like, between 154.76 and 154.50. Stops down in the 153 area. This looks like a good trade to me, providing the equities cooperate and all of these things. But overall, really like this trade. I've been trading it long off this this pivot support area here for some time. Now, what I can do too is draw in a line just very quickly. You can see I can use this drawing the Vantage Point software. A potential longer term target area is back up in this 160 area. So you can see if this is a trend reversal, we have quite a gap here between 155 and 160. Potentially this could be a 300 or 400 pip trade. So I really like the way this is setting up. So those are the market positions for September the 15th, 2010. And again, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com.